Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 4. My name is Kyle from NetFit Coach. Let me kind of explain how this works. So, what I do is I review workouts that are sent to me or people that just don't really know what they're doing in the gym off of my site. And from there, I'm able to kind of create them a workout. So, this is episode 4, like I said. So today I'm reviewing Caylie, who's actually a friend of mine. So I was really excited to do this. This was kind of just something spur of the moment that she texted me, and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this new, I'm doing this new video blog. So would you mind if I kind of gave a shout out to you on there?" She's like, "Yeah, that's fine. This is great." So I'm really excited. So thank you, Caylie, and thank you everybody for joining. So Caylie's got a really cool story, and I know it off the top of my head, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of read her submission. Man, I love when you guys send me stuff in story format. I've actually been trying to find like a forum that is actually in a story format. So kind of like a Mad Lib or something like that. You know how those are laid out and they give you blanks. Man, I've been trying to find that, but I just can't find one that I can integrate in WordPress. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But anyways, this is really exciting. So what we did, who have we reviewed so far? So we had my buddy T on there, helped him with the workout, sent that over to him. Last week we had Chris. I was going to do 2 episodes last week. I just decided to do 1. So just to kind of see how things went, as we're kind of starting off. But this week I'm definitely going to try to aim for 2 and kind of just keep it consistent that way. But yeah, this is great. So what do we have here? So I'm going to just go like I do every time. I'm just going to read through the submission form, and then what we'll do is we will go over a workout that I've created for Caylie, and you guys should be able to see words on the screen next to me here, so you can kind of know what the workout is. So just be looking out for those if you're wanting to take notes or come back and watch the video again. Okay, so how this works is let's go ahead and start reading. So Caylie, so what is your primary goal? So I have 3 on there. It's to lose weight, gain weight, or maintain. So hers is to lose weight. The next question is, of course, how much do you want to lose? So that's obviously a big factor. She's looking to lose about 100+ pounds, and you'll see why here in a minute. So the next question is just asking you generally about yourself. So what are your struggles? What are some of your goals? Just kind of me just getting to know you. Really, that has everything to do with what kind of workout you're gonna have. So the more I know about you, the better. So her story goes like this. Caylie says, when I started this journey, I was 428 pounds. On November 11th, 2014, I had the gastric sleeve, and I completely changed my way of living. I've lost 178 pounds so far. That's pretty stinking cool. I really struggle with knowing how to work out to lose the weight and tone up my skin. I would love to lose around 100 more pounds. My overall goal is to be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. So this, that couldn't be more perfect as far as what the outlook is. Having a number goal there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you want to be 180, 160, 110. I don't really know what your goals are. It doesn't really matter. But that last sentence there got me. My overall goal is to be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. So, and that's really what this is. It's a lifestyle. It's not something. And what I mean by lifestyle is you have to get the right gym clothes and the right the right hats and all that stuff. Just it's just something that is built into your day. Just no different than your calendar. You know what I mean. So really just stick with that. And you'll be on the right track. So, but man, congratulations. 178 pounds that's a crazy amount. And I remember when she started this, and I remember when she told me, she's like, yeah, I'm getting the surgery. I'm really excited. And I remember how hard she worked because you have to be in a particular shape to even have the surgery. So So I mean, she did all this work, like all this prep work for like months. So it's not like this is what I hate. So I hate when people are very judgmental towards people that have surgery. It's trust me, it's not a quick fix. I mean it's really not. Your genetics are your genetics, no matter how big or small you are, right? So some people have an easy time gaining weight. Some people have an easy time losing weight. Some people don't. So, and that's kind of why modern medicine has kind of created this for us. So, I mean, man, it's a struggle. I mean, it really is. I've had multiple clients that have had, some kind of band or sleeve, what have you. And man, I mean, they're some of the hardest workers because they want it. I mean, you've put in such an investment in yourself. That why it's like one of those things. It's like a snowball effect. Like, why would you want to stop if you've already gotten this far? So, if anything, man, kudos to you. Congratulations. This is awesome. So, if you guys are thinking about getting the sleeve or anything like that, obviously don't take my advice and say that you're like the best person in the world. You need to talk to your doctor and make sure that you're a good candidate. So, I'm not telling you to go get a sleeve right now. All right. So next question is, what is your age? Caylie's only 24. So, she's battle weight her whole life. And we'll see kind of the areas that she wants to work on here. Is arms, legs, and stomach. So basically everything is what we're saying. So you want the overall look. And so how are we going to do that, basically? So the best thing we can do is incorporate weights. So weights equals weight loss for the most part. So a lot of it has to do, and I'll go into like a little bit of heart rate as well, like what that basically means for you and your workouts. And this workout's going to be really good just for anybody that's kind of stepping into the gym for the first time, that really wants to work with weights but doesn't really know what to do and how to do it. Okay. And I'll post like some videos too, so you guys can see proper form. I've actually created a lot of videos, like of how to do certain exercises, so you can kind of know what to look for. So again, use the mirror when you're in the gym. Use the mirror because it's good for your form. You don't want to injure yourself. So the next question is, what does a typical workout look like for you? Hers is just walking right now. So she said, I usually just do a lot of walking. So I don't know what a lot of walking is. I'm guessing that's probably throughout the day. Maybe through a job or something like that where you're really active. So what you need to do to that, obviously you have to burn the right kind of calories. So what I've done first to every time you go in the gym and you work with weights, you want to warm up. In this case, we're trying to primarily lose body fat. So what I've done, we're going to do our cardio at the beginning of your workout. So at the beginning of the workout, on day one, this is going to be focused mostly on upper body. Although there's a full body movement in here as well. So basically what it'll be is you're going to get on the bike. That's the first exercise. So what I mean by the bike is like the cardio bike. So you can do the one that kind of sits up taller, or you can do the one with the back on it. Your main goal here is going to be your heart rate. So your heart rate basically determines what kind of calories you're burning at what particular time. So unless you have a heart rate monitor, this is kind of hard to judge. Some of those machines have, where you put your hands on it, they do have a heart rate monitor that'll kind of like display on the screen. That's good, so you can kind of keep track. Some of them aren't completely accurate as far as where they are. But what I recommend anytime you do cardio or weights and you're trying to lose weight, I always say incorporate your cardio into your entire workout. It doesn't matter if you're lifting or if you're just on a treadmill, right? So what we're going to do is something, it's called the talk test. And what the talk test means is, and how it works is basically, if you can still say a complete sentence and still have like a conversation, but you're kind of just below that point of not being able to do that, that's where you want to stay. Like that's going to be your kind of workout zone is what we'll call it. So so that's going to be your workout zone. And why that's important is because you have to raise your heart rate up to a certain level. I'm not going to get into too much like specifics, but basically you're either burning fat or you're burning basically sugars or like carbohydrates or like fast stores, right? That's what we call fast stores. So think of like when you go, like if I was to have you go sprint outside, you know, in the grass or in the parking lot as hard as you can, and you sprint and you don't get a warm up, and you're just exasperated after you know, sprinting as hard as you did across the yard or whatever. That basically what that does, that recruits like fast sugar stores, which is basically what your body uses if you all of a sudden need energy. So like if you're running from somebody or like something happens where you got to get out of there, your body kicks in. So it's kind of confused with like adrenaline a little bit, right? Sometimes it is adrenaline, but basically what it's doing is using your sugar stores. It wears you out really, really quickly. On the other side of that, so let's pretend that's way up here. On the other side of that is way lower. So this is where you burn basically mostly fats. So as we're sitting here, so as you're watching this video, as I'm doing this video, we're actually burning fats for the most part. So a lot of them. So basically what we're doing is you're trying to find that level to where you meet your fats and your carbs, your fats and your sugars. And it's basically at that point, or just really below that point, that you're burning the most calories possible, but the right type of calories. So basically you're burning the most fat without sacrificing all these sugars, so you can actually have stamina. So that's what that means. So we're using the talk test as that reference, just because that's the only way you can do it without like an actual machine to tell you where that heart rate is. Okay, so use the talk test, and this is through the whole workout. This isn't just your cardio. So what you'll do is you're going to do 25 minutes on the bike. And then, you know, keep that talk test going. You know, you can get like a little 5 or 10 minute warm up to kind of get used to it. Don't just go right into it. You don't want to get worn out too quickly. So start with about a 5-minute easy run, and then kind of go up from there. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to do what's called a superset. So a superset is just a back-to-back exercises, and there's no rest. So you go one exercise to the next, and then you go back to the original, and you just keep flip-flopping until you've accomplished your sets. So what we're going to do 3 sets of 25. So this means you'll do 6 sets in a row, but doing 2 different exercises. The first one is the machine row. So a lot of you have seen these. So basically you walk in a gym, you have all this kind of different equipment, right? So there's one that you press, there's some that you pull, there's some that you press overhead. This is a row. So a row is basically, and I'll do these a lot, but basically like I'll be showing you guys this a lot, and probably have a lot of you do rows. But basically you're here, you're going to pull back to your belly button. So there's usually handles right in front of you, like here. So you have the option to put your hands out, to put them in, so things like that. So I don't care if you vary it up. Basically, I just want to get you moving at this point. So let's go ahead and, if you have the option, turn your hands like this, and you're just going to pull it straight back. Okay, so try to get it about in between your belly button and your chest. Like if that bar is coming towards you, or if the handles are coming towards you, you can kind of measure where it's at, like right here. So just between your belly button and your chest. And then after that, what I want you to do is go grab a pair of dumbbells and just bring it with you to the machines. So this will be maybe 5 pounds. So, and what you do is front dumbbell raises. So basically what you can do is you can stand up for this, and you're just going to raise up and then raise down. You can do them both at the same time. Okay, so you can do 25. So basically keep everything inside your shoulders. So as you can see, I'm not way out here. I'm not way in there, but I'm kind of just right here in the middle. So all the way down, and then just right up to about eye level or so. Okay, raise the dumbbells up and down. And then you go back to the rows and do that 2 more times. So you're going to do 2 sets of 25 reps. The next thing I have is a deadlift. This is going to be a dumbbell deadlift. And the reason I did a dumbbell deadlift, it's a lot easier than a traditional deadlift. So don't think of like like a power lifter or anything like that. Really, I'm just trying to get your body moving. And this is a good way to keep that heart rate up too. I have a video for that that I'll probably just post below so you can see it. And Caylie, I'll actually send this to you as well. But basically, dumbbell deadlift. If you guys have ever seen any form of deadlift, it's basically just it uses like 60, 70, 80%. It's all kind of, that's kind of like banter back and forth between fitness professionals. But 60, 70, 80% of your entire muscle mass, right? So the more muscle you use, the more calories you burn, the more fat you lose, as long as your heart rate's at that correct spot. And that's basically day one. After that, you're going to go to the cool down. The cool down is the same thing as the warm up, so you're just going to get back on the bike. Okay, but you're going to do that for 10 minutes. So this is just so your heart rate's up here. We're trying to level it back down. Okay, so don't get off the bike until you're a little bit lower where you don't feel like your heart's going to explode again. So that's what I prefer there. Day two is going to be mostly lower body. So what you're going to do is you're going to get on the treadmill, and you're going to do that incline that I talked about a couple weeks ago. So an incline of like 5 to 10. Two reasons for this. One, it's better for your joints. It's better for your joints and your feet, your knees, things like that. Second, it's going to give you a challenge. So you're kind of going uphill, right? If you can help it, don't grab onto the sides of the treadmill. If you can help it. I would prefer that you don't, because it kind of gives you a little bit of assistance. I'd rather you just kind of pump your arms straight back and forth. Don't twist, just straight back and forth. Okay, so after that, you're going to do, so that's 25 minutes of that. After that, you're going to do a sit and stand. So I've done this before. You're just going to put like a chair down, and you're going to stand up and sit down. Try to push with your heels. Don't push with your toes 25 times. And you can do that back to back with a machine leg press with your feet together. So basically, it looks like you're doing squats, but on the machine. So it's the thing where you're sitting up, and this is like the plate, and these are your feet, and you're pushing that plate back and forth, right? So just your feet are up, and you're just pushing, okay? Pretty easy, but I want your feet together, okay? I want your feet actually touching the whole time. So I don't want them just a little bit here. I want your feet actually touching the entire time. Keep your toes straight. And push through your heels. If you think you're pushing through your toes, move your heels up on that giant plate that's in front of you. And really just go light here. I put 25 reps because I want good blood flow going to the body. So it's almost like doing a minute of nonstop exercise. That's basically what we're going for is around a minute of a nonstop. So you can do those back and back. And after that, you're just gonna, that's it for day two. You're gonna go back to the cool down again. Your legs will be pretty torn up by then, just from you doing 25 or 3 sets of 25. And then day three is just cardio. So what I want you to do on this day is explore the gym a little bit more. Again, you guys know how I feel about the elliptical. I'm not a big fan of it just because certain hip positions and things like that it kind of puts you in. I would rather you not use the elliptical. So stick to bikes, treadmills. I personally love the cardio rowers. If you have a rower and you feel comfortable on the rower, definitely go for it. Just make sure that you're sitting up straight. If you don't have a rower in the gym, that's fine. I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but that's just a really, really good exercise. That's actually my preferred cardio aside from swimming. So if I can swim, I always go for that. But, if there's a rower, I'm going to take advantage of it for sure. So that's it. So you can kind of alternate between the cardio, bike and like a treadmill or something like that. The steps are really good, like those rotating steps, if your knees are okay for that. And what you're going to do on this day is you're going to try to knock out at least 45 minutes of cardio. So basically what you're going to do when you go in the gym, you're going to set your timer for an hour at least. So that's like your goal. So if you can do more than an hour, then do it. But go in the gym, look at your watch or your cell phone, whatever you're using, and do not leave that gym until the hour hits, okay? If you are too busy to make an hour, then you need to reschedule it. Like, you need to find a time that you can be there an hour and commit to that. And day 1, day 2, day 3, what you'll do is you're going to repeat that. So after day 3, just go back to day 1. You don't have to wait till next Monday or next Tuesday to get started again. I want you to try to work out as many days in a row as you can. And this is for everybody. I'm not just talking to Caylie here. But so you guys should be set here. I am going to post that video below as well, so you can take a look on how to do a proper deadlift. I don't believe I use a dumbbell. I think I just use a barbell in there, but it's the same form. So just really pay attention to that. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again this week. Thanks. Bye.